When everyone says being an adult means being in a couple, being single in your 30s may seem like a waste of time. But step back and you'll realize this period can actually be one of the best of your life. The point isn't to say single life is better or that relationships aren't great, but that being single in your 30s can provide amazing opportunities to grow, explore, and enjoy freedom. In your 20s, life can feel like a race to reach big milestones. There's a lot of pressure to settle down, and every engagement post or wedding invite can make you feel like you're falling behind. But in your 30s, things start to feel clearer. Imagine life as a puzzle. When you're single, you get to decide how to put the pieces together without anyone else deciding for you. You can try different things, move pieces around, and take your time figuring out what fits best. This is one big benefit of being single. You get to know yourself really well. You don't have to worry about making choices to please someone else. It's like painting a room without someone telling you to pick a color you don't like. Being single means you can choose the colors and the life that suit you best. Another great thing about being single is having full control over your money. Couples often share their finances, which can sometimes cause arguments. But when you're single, you get to make all the money decisions. Want to spend your savings on a trip to Japan? Do it. Want to start your own business? Go ahead. You don't have to check with anyone else first. A friend of mine used her 30s to grow a side hustle into a full-time bakery business. She says it would have been harder to focus if she had spent all her evenings on couples activities. Instead, she got to dive fully into her passion. You also become emotionally stronger when you're single. You learn to deal with difficulties on your own when you don't have a partner to rely on constantly. It's like building strong muscles after practicing yoga for months. You might not notice the change right away, but then one day, you realize how balanced and steady you've become. When something stressful happens, like a problem at work or a health scare, you figure out how to solve it. Of course, you're not alone. Friends, family, and even therapists can help. But there's something special about knowing you can depend on yourself. Friendships can also get stronger when you're single. Instead of spending most of your free time with a partner, you can build deeper connections with other people. You might go on fun road trips with friends, have regular dinners with family, or reconnect with old pals who have changed in interesting ways. One of my friends got really close to her neighbor in her 30s. They bonded over their love of gardening, and her neighbor introduced her to a whole new group of friends. These friendships wouldn't have grown as much if she'd been focused on a romantic relationship. Being single also gives you time to be creative. Without needing to compromise with someone else's schedule, your mind has room to wander and explore. Maybe you've always wanted to write a story, learn how to paint, or pick up a new skill. When you're single, you have the freedom to try it. A woman I know started doing photography during her single years, and now it's her career. She says those years felt like a time when she could try anything without limits. Her weekends were hers to use however she wanted, and she used them to discover her talent. Traveling alone is another exciting part of being single. It might sound scary at first, but it can actually be a lot of fun. When you're on your own, you get to plan the trip exactly the way you want. Want to spend hours in a museum? Do it. Want to eat at a random diner just because it looks cool? Go ahead. A friend of mine took a solo trip to Italy and came back with amazing stories. She learned how to make pasta from a vineyard owner, met an artist in a tiny gallery, and enjoyed wandering new streets with no one to argue about the plan. These adventures don't just make good memories, they remind you how capable you are. Being single in your 30s can also change how you think about relationships. Instead of feeling like you need to be with someone, you can focus on what you really want. If you do start a relationship, it's because it adds something great to your life, not because you feel lonely. It's like making a playlist. When you're younger, you might add every song you like, but as you get older, you only pick the ones that truly mean something to you. The same goes for the people you let into your life, whether they're friends or romantic partners. Health and fitness can also improve when you're single. Without someone else's habits affecting yours, you can focus completely on what works for you. Some single people in their 30s start running, doing yoga, or even playing team sports they loved as kids. A coworker of mine began training for marathons during her single years. She said running not only made her stronger, but also helped clear her mind. She could commit to it fully, and it became a huge source of joy for her. Of course, being single isn't perfect. There might be times when you feel lonely or wonder if you're missing out. Seeing friends get engaged or post cute couple photos might make you feel sad for a bit. But these feelings don't last forever. Often they're outweighed by the amazing life you're building. It's like standing on a windy hill. The wind might push against you, but you also feel how strong you are for staying steady and how incredible the view is when it belongs only to you. Being single in your 30s isn't just waiting for the next part of your life to start. It's a standalone chapter, full of wisdom, humor, and limitless opportunities. Don't think of it as a pause. It's a powerful time to learn about yourself and create a life you love. The benefits aren't just little perks. They're life-changing experiences that show you how valuable you are, with or without a partner. All right, I want to leave it at that for this episode. If you want to add any ideas or suggestions on this subject, feel free to do so in the comments below. Stay tuned for the next video here on Version 2 Point of View. Be sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons. That way, you will never miss any of our future stuff. Thanks for watching. Take care and see you around next time.